to let everybody know I got the meatloaf done. And this is what it looks like. I went ahead and tasted it. It tastes very good. And the calorie count is, for one slice, it makes 6 slices, 199.66. Carbs is 5.04. Fat is 12.96. And protein is 31.21. I think it's really important that people realize that anybody can do this transformation that I did. I did it for myself. I did it for myself because I was just too heavy, and I got tired of people saying, oh, it doesn't matter what your weight is. It does matter what your weight is. Always, always realize weight hinders you. Weight puts you in a bad position. Realize overweight, it doesn't matter if you're 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 100 pounds, or whatever. It takes a toll on your body. It takes a toll on your heart. When I first started, I was like doing up and down, just sitting up, down, sitting up, sitting down. And that's all I did. And then I'd have to run down the turf, take me 20 minutes. I'd be like a fat whale. Well, to where I'm at today, I love it. And I just got a call from my producer. He loved my videos. We're getting a lot of good feedback on this. And see, anybody can do it. Yeah, I got laryngitis still because he was laughing last night because I couldn't talk at all. But anybody can do it. You really, really have to want it. Number 2, realize that you are important. Realize that health should always be number 1. I know. And I'm living proof. They weren't sure if I was going to make my workouts or not. And I was really starting to wonder too. My doctor was worried because what had happened was, this is what people have asked me. What had happened was I laid down one night, and I forget what they called it, but it had something to do with my heart. Well, the next morning, I laid on my side, and I was like, okay, I'm pretty good. Well, the next morning, I called the doctor, and he goes, let's go do some, comes in, and he says, we got to do some tests and stuff. And he said, basically, everything was good, but it was from my weight. He says, you're too fat. And he and I, go back a long way, and he's like, either get the weight off or you're going to die. And people look at me like, and I've talked to other doctors, and they said, yeah, they said, because I got a second, third opinion, they said, basically, it's your weight. And they said, if you don't get this weight off, you will be dead by April 2018, because I was going to have a heart attack. Well, that's when I found Fit Team, and I fell into these workouts, and I realized just how much it was for a trainer, but I realized I needed that. And to look at this today, think about this. Who would ever think, like this? This is just gorgeous, It's like, wow. I could be on the cover of a Rat album. I could be on the cover of any album or any magazine now because I'm so gorgeous. And that feels good. And people should feel good about themselves, And my workouts are number 1. That's one reason that I am where I'm at today, and that's one reason I'm traveling back to Ohio, because I'm not losing my trainers. And I might even be in Ohio early, but if I do, I ain't telling nobody because it's nobody's business. Last time I looked, I'm to me, myself, and I, nobody else. And my workouts are number 1. And that's all I care about, my trainers and my workouts, I had a deal this week with working out when I had an issue because I had to pull 185, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get that 185 on the trap bar. The trap bar is actually easier to pull than a regular deadlift. But, the other day, this is what happened. Everybody was asking me. So, I had 2 rounds of 205, and I did, pull the reps. Third rep I didn't get. Well, the last round, what had happened is I pulled, and I didn't reset correctly. And if I don't reset, when you go back up, you're going to be all over. Well, I did, and I lost it. And I was sitting there, I used the F word, and I'm like, going like this, and I was just walking around. My trainer knew right away that I messed up. And I wasn't going to have it because he knew, first, the fatigue was in it, but also he knew that I pulled wrong because I didn't reset. It was my own fault. It was a rookie mistake is pretty much what it was called because it's my 6th year. So it was like it was a rookie mistake, and I hate those rookie mistakes, but sometimes we make them. So, and I just know that I'm feeling, so good about myself and so good about my book and my show, because I know there's so many people out there that get picked on like I did, through their whole lives. And you know what? Hold your head high. Don't take the easy way out and cop out like a lot of people do. We've all been there. It's all about loving yourself and putting yourself number one, and realize that you are important. My trainers, I'll never forget when I went in there, I was so embarrassed about how I looked. They never cared. They cared about me as a person and succeeding. I mean, I do get yelled at some days, and some days he'd be like, my one trainer, Dan, would be like, no, I'm ready to throw a boot at you. It took me a long time to get a clean, and which is I had 5s on each side, so it's about 55. 45, 50, yeah, 55. So you go up here, then you squat, and then you press. So no, that took me a long time. My walking lunges and the squats took me forever. And then we finally just got rid of the med ball and stuff. But I use the med ball for guidance, because I can't, when I get heavy and stuff. And just like the other day, I got heavy and I got stuck. And it pisses me off, because every time I get to 125, I can't get back. I can get up maybe one time, and then when I go back down, I'm stuck. And 135, I can get down, but I can't get back up. And I've come a long way, and my trainers even said this year, I feel more confident about myself. I feel good about myself. And when I go in that gym every day, I love my workout. I mean, before I used to dread certain things, but I don't anymore after my trainer reamed my butt. I mean, he ripped me a new one. And, I'm stubborn and pig-headed. Oh, yeah, and I'm a control freak. Everybody knows that. And I'm not an easy person to get along with, but I'm pretty easy. And people laugh, because there's a side of me they don't see. And believe me, there's a side you don't want to see when I'm at work, because put it this way, I'm very evil. And everybody laughs when they hear about it. They're like, man, we would have never thought that about you. So, I try to explain to people that always remember to put God and the angels in your life, because that's all I had. For the longest time, I only had God and the angels to get me through everything. I had no support. I had no man. My family didn't care. I was on my own. I either had to figure out how to survive and live, if I wanted to live, how to get all this weight off, and I did it all on my own. I'm still on my own, but I'm not afraid today, because each challenge that I get, I know God and the angels are going to get me through it. Just like my voice. Everybody was cracking up last night because I can't talk. Well, my voice is starting to get tired now, and I've run quite a few videos today, so I think I'm going to sort of chill tonight and take me a detox bath and make me take some medicine and chill a little bit, because my voice is starting to wear a little bit, and I'm not 100% because I still feel a little sluggish. So, but I'm able to kick back quicker than what I thought. Normally I would have been down probably a good week to 2 weeks, and I would have been feeling really rough, but because I take vitamin C and D every day, I still got to take the last set for tonight, I'm able to do what I do, and to look this good. And to me, that feels so good. I feel so good about myself and so proud. And I guarantee you I'll be in that gym on Monday, and I'll be ready to go. My trainers and stuff, and yeah, if I can get back to Ohio quicker, I probably will. But I can still sneak in and sneak out without anybody knowing. That's one thing I can say. I'm always sly. And a friend of mine even said that. He said, "You're sly." Yep, because I don't like to be bothered. I'm in for a purpose, and I have a routine that I do every day, and that routine I don't want disrupted, because it's part of my life, and I can't have that. That's how I got these last 3 weeks. It sort of up-leveled me with what was going on, and I can't have that, because I get a certain amount of sleep every day, I eat a certain way, I get my workouts in. There's things I have to do, and even with my work. And I can transfer that if I had to another office. So, to finished, so I'm not worried about that. But we'll see how the virtual goes, because if I do, I'll just come in early. I can always still find a house once I get there. And if I'm in Ohio, I'll still be outsmarting everybody, because nobody will be knowing that I'm there. I'm just there for a purpose, and then once I get my house, I'll announce it. Just like to be right now, I like to be by myself and concentrate on everything, because I've been through a lot with my health, and I finally got a clean bill of health in the last 3 years, and that means the most to me is having a clean bill of health. If you don't have a clean bill of health, you don't really have much of a life. I've been there. Believe me, I've been there wondering every night if I was going to live or die. That's not a fun feeling to have. But I will tell you this much: to see what I've accomplished is what counts, and that's what you have to do. You have to step back and say, okay, step back, and then look at yourself and say, okay, what do you want out of life? Where do you want to go? What are you planning to do? You know, yeah, we're all gonna die someday, but here's the thing: you can be healthy and do things and go out and do stuff. You know, when you can't go out and do them, then it's not worth it. And that's the thing. And I tell people this all the time: always put yourself number one. Have high self-esteem for yourself. Realize, set some goals for yourself. If you set goals for yourself, you'll get somewhere. I set goals where I wanted to go. I started at 310. I'm down to 140. And my weight is 140 to 159. That's where I'm supposed to be for my body frame. I made it 6 years later. And that 6 years, I've never put it back on. And I don't plan on it. And I also plan on always keeping my workouts to the day that God says, guess what, you're going home. Until then, I'm staying this way. Because it's easier for me to know that I can get up in the morning and do what I need to do. And I love that. I love, just like my hair, you know, I love my hair long. I'm going to get trimmed up and layered, but I love my length. Everybody tells me how pretty my hair is. I love that. You know, I love that about me. Everybody tells me how pretty I am, or how pretty your hair is, how gorgeous you are. You know, when you were heavy before and stuff, it makes a difference. And I feel good about myself. Yeah, I do this for me because I'm important, and I realized through my trainers that I'm a person. And that I have rights, and I have goals, and that I'm allowed to love myself. I'm allowed to have high self-esteem. I'm allowed to pull that 205. I mean, at one time I pulled a rack pull, and my trainer was so pissed. Andrew was mad. He says, "So you know what you just pulled? I pulled 215 and 225." And he says, "You can't get that damn thing off the ground." I said, "Nope." Well, now I can get 215 off the ground. And when we work out, we max out. You know, I'll max at 215, and then he'll go to 220, and then I'll start in there. You know, and he laughs because I love my powerlifting. Deadlifting is always what I wanted to do in powerlift. I can do that. Yeah, it costs a lot of money, but you know what? That's what I like to do, and that's my entertainment. That's what I do. I don't go out to eat. I can, but I only go out to eat when I'm up at the lake at home in Ohio, because the restaurant will cook for me a certain way. Yes, I tip good, but you know what? I do that because they're considerate to me. People crapped on me so much, but now they want to be my friend because of what I've accomplished. You know, it's whatever. But to me, knowing that I'm this beautiful person inside and out and everything, and realize that you're just as beautiful as you are heavy, or if you're beautiful and you're not heavy, but you can get the weight off. You don't need all these surgeries. I haven't had any surgeries. I just lift dead weights. Like Monday, I have arms and I bench. I only bench about 85, and I got 5th rep the other day, and it's like I was like, and I couldn't get it up. I mean, on 85. But my upper body is not that strong, because you got to realize when I was heavy, I carried all my weight right in here. Okay, right in here. And so I was always stronger on my lower body. That's why I can deadlift some heavy shit. And my trainers laugh because it'd be like, pick that shit up. And I do. And, you know, and then sometimes people be like, come on, The Rock. They call me The Rock. You got this, you know, and stuff. And it's pretty cool. It's really, really a great feeling. And the gym that I go to and where we are going to, it's great. It's the same kind of thing we got and stuff. And I knew the people there before because I've been back and forth and I've been to that gym. So, God bless everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye.